Here we are at Hopkinton State Park. The wind is blowing a little bit, and there's a whole bunch of people here. Are you all together?
Yes, we are. We're all with Deported Diaspora.
And what does that mean?
Deported Diaspora is an organization which was founded last March 2008. And it was started by four people who have been working against deportation for a very long time in different communities. And we worked to organize families and communities to fight against the unjust U.S. deportation system. And also we support people who have been deported in countries of Cape Verde and Cambodia.
Now, why are people being deported?
People are being deported because in 1996, immigration laws were changed in response to a terrorist attack that happened in Oklahoma by actually a U.S. citizen. And in response to the Oklahoma bombing, they changed immigration laws in 1996 under the Clinton administration, which made deportation for a lot of people more faster, which were enforced under the Bush administration after September 11th.
And why would people get deported? I mean, under what circumstances?
Well, there's different circumstances. People get deported if they're here in the United States without any documents, and they're also deported if they have been in the country for a long time and they're green card holders. So our organization works with mostly people who are green card holders, legal permanent residents, and in particular with the Cambodian community. Cambodian community arrived in the U.S. as refugees as a result of the Vietnam War. So they actually grew up were born in refugee camps and have been in the United States. This is the only country that they've actually known. And a lot of Cambodians, actually about 2,000, have orders of removal to get deported to Cambodia at some point. And Cambodia signed a repatriation agreement with the U.S. back in 2002, which allowed for Cambodian nationals in the United States charged with any type of aggravated felonies to be deported to Cambodia.
Well, now, when you say the green card, they've been here a long time, do those expire?
Green cards do expire, but there's also green cards that don't expire. Then there's also reasons why people don't know if their green cards are going to expire because of language barriers, because of resources. A lot of people are not informed of, especially refugee communities that are resettled in the United States, they're not informed of things like citizenship. A lot of people in the Cambodian community thought that they were citizens because they were legal permanent residents. And so this affected a lot of people who did not get their citizenship and have unfortunately got into the criminal justice system mostly for crimes of poverty.
Now, when their green card runs out, are there other forms of legal entrance and legal residence in this country besides green cards?
Yes, there's also people who come here on visas, who are coming here to study in the United States, people who are coming here as tourists. So those are tourist visas, but then there's people who have green cards who, after 5 years, are able to actually apply for U.S. citizenship.
And how many of them, why wouldn't they be successful with that?
Well, right now it's almost $1,000 to actually file for citizenship. So a lot of immigrant families cannot afford to actually apply. A lot of people have language barriers in applying, and then a lot of people don't know that they should apply for citizenship.
Is your group helping to educate those people?
Yes, we are. We're actually, this summer, we're organizing many events in Lowell. This is actually one of our kickoffs. This is the Family Freedom Barbecue. We're also going to be holding 2 more barbecue type of events in Lowell at Clemente Park, which are going to be legal clinics, which are going to be staffed by Deported Diaspora and also by immigration lawyers and law students from Boston area colleges.
How many people do you think are caught up in this problem?
Well, since 1997, actually, 2.5 million people have been deported from the United States. And last year alone, almost 400,000 people were deported from the United States in 2008. 400,000 people is a huge number. Over 100,000 people since 1997 are also leaving behind their U.S. citizen children. So these are parents who have also been deported. These are huge numbers, and it's actually in the New England region. Last year in 2008, about 4,000 people were deported just from the New England region, in the combination with the 400,000 who were deported. On a daily basis, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, detains up to 30,000 people on any given day. So these are really huge numbers. These are, not, things that are heard in the media. Outside of the raids that happen in the workplaces, there are raids that happen every single day that are happening from house to house, where Immigration Customs Enforcement is doing every single day. So workplace raids get large media attention, and they stopped under the Obama administration, but under the Bush administration, we saw things that happened in Iowa and Florida. We also saw here in New Bedford in 2007, where we saw mothers and their children separated and, torn apart. These families who are here also, because they're here for their families. They want to have an American dream. They also, they believe in the system here. It's really hard to actually get into the system.
How many people do you estimate you could be able to help in 1 year?
Deported Diaspora, we're helping about, in terms of outreach and reaching numbers, we're reaching up to about 10,000 people nationally here in the United States.
Immigrant families, when they first came over here, the parks, the state parks and the other types of parks, when I was a kid, these are the places that people go to.
Yes.
When they first come to the country, and they gather together and they have a nice open space to do some family stuff.
Exactly.
I ask people sometimes, how did these people get here? These illegal people, and they don't understand that most of it's paperwork stuff.
Mm-hmm. Most of it is
they think
paperwork
they think people swim here?
No, most of
I think some of them do.
Right. Some of them may swim here, but in particular, the Cambodian community came here as refugees. The U.S. decided to bring the Cambodian community here. Lowell, Massachusetts is the second biggest Cambodian community outside of Cambodia, and it's right here in Massachusetts. So these are people who were grown up here. They know the American values. They know the American ways, and they have been. They're legal permanent residents. They're green card holders who, unfortunately, are being affected. I know 2 people in Cambodia who were deported for urinating in public. So this is, it brings into question, like, who are you really deporting? What types of crimes are you deporting people for? Urinating in public could be a slap on the wrist for anyone, but for other people, it means deportation. And America is founded by immigrants, and this is an immigrant-based country, and it's unfortunate to see that there's so much anti-immigrant sentiment around the country when we all know that America was founded by immigrants.